Yes, people, how are we? How are we today? The game last night, Jesus Christ. Hey, we're going to get into that right now. So, before we start though, make sure you smash the like and share button always. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content anyway. But yeah, man, is the Arsenal crumble on, people? Is the pressure finally starting to get to them? After being nearly at the end of January, well, we are at the end of January anyway. They haven't been playing well for a while. They don't really play too well anyway. I think the league standard is absolutely on its arse, I can't lie. Because just look at the table. The table doesn't lie, people. The Man United rock up to the Emirates yesterday. I actually thought United would get something yesterday. And they did, people, they did. Because you know why? New manager bounce. New interim manager bounce. And you know, United and Arsenal, it's always a spectacle, isn't it? So, yesterday, people, some of the goals that United scored, wow, them goals are incredible. Now, I never want to see United win. No, I do not. But I don't like to see Arsenal win either. So it was like lesser of the two evils yesterday, so which one was it? I was like, fuck's sake. Who do I actually want to win here? Obviously, we never want United to win, people. But we don't want Arsenal to win either, so whatever happened yesterday, I was cool with it. Do you know what I mean? Whatever happened, because, you know, it's like when United and Everton play each other. You want them both to lose, right? You know what I mean? And that's the way it is with Arsenal now, because it's just because of the insufferable ones online. You know what I mean? There's a lot of real ones out there, and big up to them anyway. You know, proper fans that have had enough of this bullshit that they're seeing every week, season after season with their manager. But you know, some of the gimps online, though, some of the stuff they come out with, mate, you just want them to, you know, take a bit of that humble pie, don't you? So anyway, Arsenal, mate, they go 1-0 up. Timber scores. I thought it was an own goal off the Butcher, they say. The Butcher. One of the most jargous names I've ever heard for a centre half in my life, the Butcher. You've got to be mad, haven't you? What even is that name? Anyway. It's not the best game of football, I can't lie. Like, Arsenal were making a lot of mistakes, especially in their own half. It was kind of like how they played against us in the second half, where they were giving away sloppy balls, cheap passes, misplacing them. You know, a lot of mistakes. They were doing that quite a lot, especially against United, even in the first half. Like, they got the opening goal, and then obviously Fernandes had a couple of chances down the other end straight away. Big chances anyway. Obviously missed them because it's Fernandes, isn't it? And then obviously Zubamendi, as Martin Keown calls him, Supermendy, makes a catastrophic mistake and allows Mbemo right through on goal. And obviously he makes no mistake, he rounds the keeper, puts it in the back of the net on his right foot. Nice goal, good composure, well done. And then that is it for the half, really. Like, look, like, Arsenal didn't really do anything, I can't lie. Like, just a lot of passing around the edge of the box without much conviction, playing for a lot of corners, as they do. They had a lot of corners yesterday. We'll get into them in a second. But obviously, you know, second half, they come out. Patrick Dorgu scores an absolute banger. Jesus Christ. Literally on the half volley, outside of his left foot, off the bar, then just into the side of the net. It was just incredible. What a goal that was. And what a start for United in the second half. And then I'm just sat here and I'm like, you know, here we go. Anthrob's prediction is about to happen again. It's about to come true, people. About to come true. And at that point, we look at Arsenal and we're like, have you got what it takes? Have you got the minerals in a title race? Sink or swim, Arsenal. Can you swim? They couldn't. They drowned. They drowned, people. Because after that, nothing happened. They had a couple of half chances here and there. Saka going to the near post of the United goalkeeper, goes out for the corner, and this is where they get the fucking equaliser, people, off a corner. You couldn't make it up, could you? Mikel Merino, a player that I cannot stand, by the way. I think he's an absolute dirty little reptile. Do you know what I mean? I can't stand him. Gets the equaliser off a corner. Of course. How else did he score, people? Of course, like, you know, set piece FC and that, own goals and that. It is what it is. They get that goal, gets cleared off the line, the ref goes, nah, goal, 2-2, sound. And we're just like, oh, you jammy bastards, Arsenal. But, you know, at the same time, United, fuck them. We're not asked about them, are we? You know what I mean? But we should be, because, you know, they've won yesterday. They're now above us in the table. We're like, I don't even know where we are. I think we're 6th or 7th. We're an absolute embarrassment. But I've spoke about us on a different video. They actually then go up the other end. Matheus Cunha. Wow. What a goal that was. He cut onto his right. And I can't believe the amount of space that he got. But to be fair, it was all the work that Mainoo did in midfield to make that space for him. He comes onto the right foot and fucking hell, what a goal that was. What a goal. Most players hit that wide. Literally, they hit it wide. But him, he's got that mad curling technique. People, it literally just swerves around the goalkeeper, and Raya was absolutely nowhere near it. And it went in, bottom corner. And then we were just like, okay, there's literally no way back for Arsenal. No, they're not going to do it. Not going to do it. And they never did it, people. They never did it. They brought Gyökeres on. What did he do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But to be fair, though, it's a bit harsh to just always blame him, because, you know, a striker that scored the amount of goals that he scored over the last 2 years before this season, obviously, you can't just regress that badly, especially when you're making a step up anyway, which Arsenal is a step up from Sporting, with all, you know, greatest respect. Probably not with Arteta in charge, but like obviously when you look at it from the outside in, that is a step up. So you'd expect him to go out there and wallop 20-30 goals, but you know, maybe, you know, the system is stifling his true ability in front of goal. They're not playing to his strengths, and that's what you need to do when you spend that type of money on a striker. You know what I mean? So it weren't happening for him. But again, I can see why people aren't convinced by him, but you know, it is what it is, people. It's one of them. United win the game. Arsenal bottle it, and they got Leeds away next, which, you know, it's a tough one. They're going to be up for it. They're playing tonight against Everton. Hopefully they can get the win, and we'll see what happens, people, anyway. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Arsenal, will they flap it? We'll see, people. Hopefully it'll be funny if they do. Because you know what, if City win it, we'll all forget about it the next day. But if Arsenal win it, you won't hear the end of it, especially from the gobby little shites online. So anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and peace out. Up the Reds.